Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 176 for the week of April 23rd. I am Nemesis, and I am joined once again by Alca7raz.
Hey.
Yes, we have a new episode to talk about this week, of course, with babies. Or
Babies.
a baby.
Yes. The one who ruins everything.
Yes, the one who ruins everything and is more or less, didn't have a great introduction, shall we say.
Yeah. Didn't have a great anything, really.
Yeah.
It was either neutral or eh.
Well, the fact we knew she was coming was kind of great because of the whole, the one where Pinkie Pie knows. That was a good episode.
Well, okay, but she wasn't actually there yet.
Yeah, but we knew she was coming from that episode. So
Yes.
that was, her announcement was interesting. After that, everything went downhill. But anyway, we'll get to that a little bit later. First, we have actual news, and actually a surprising amount compared to last week, actually.
Yes.
A lot of it merchandise related. We'll get to that in a bit. Plus, we also have a new comic.
Yep.
I guess a milestone issue, so to speak, for that. So we'll just go ahead and get started on this stuff. If you want to follow along with the news, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. That's spelled LIBSYN. All the links and whatnot that you should be clicking are there. So let's go ahead and get started with convention news. Crystal Mountain PonyCon has announced Andrea Libman. And that's it for the convention news.
Yep.
Not
Well, I can have some
there.
next week. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
TronCon is promising things.
Yes. Things are happening, but they haven't been announced yet, so we can't yet announce them.
Yeah. Anyway, fandom news and whatnot. And yeah, because this is that weird dumping ground for doesn't fit anywhere else.
Yep.
A place called Kittyland in Japan is doing a pony event from April 30th to May 19th called Sweets Paradise. They're going to have, pony sweets and whatnot.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Japan's done a few pony-related
This
things.
is actually the second
different
big
areas.
event they did. Second.
Yeah.
It's not, so this will be a few when it starts happening.
Whatever. You know what I meant.
And Carnival Cruise Line will be having a Carnival Playtime events on their cruises from July 13th to September 17th, and they will include My Little Pony and Transformers.
Interesting. So it's semi-official ponies and...
Yes, for kids.
Yes.
For kids. For kids. One more time. For kids. Not you.
We have fan-run cruises that you can go on.
Anyway. A Fallout Equestria pen and paper game is doing a fundraiser.
Yep.
They have a very, very high goal, though, so I'm not sure if they're going to make it.
Yeah.
See, it's running for 2 months, and they have a $160,000 goal, and they've only raised $1,500.
Yeah.
Actually, just shy of $1,600, so they're only about a tenth of the way there.
Well, 2 months, you say? You never know. It might. I don't know. Good
Actually,
luck.
no, wait, I think a hundredth of the way there. Yes, a hundredth of the way there.
Hundredth of the way there.
It is flexible, though, so that they'll just take whatever they get.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that.
We'll see what happens. Wish them luck.
Yeah. Anyway, merchandise news. Kinderton Chocolate is doing MLP movie stuff. Chocolates.
Chocolates.
Yes. Along with Transformers and other crap.
But we only care about ponies here, not Transformers. Gah.
Get out.
Because no one here is a Transformers fan, right?
Right, sure.
Right.
Alter Ego has a bunch of licensed MLP window and car decals available.
Yes, they're actually a lot bigger than I thought. Looking at the example
Some
pictures,
of them
I
are,
thought they were little like window stickers. No.
Well, some of them are window stickers.
Yeah, but they also have like big ones.
There's also the crystal versions.
Yeah.
They also have Transformers ones. Yeah, they have window and car, so they're the ones that are designed to stick on the car itself, not the windows.
Which I would never use because I like the paint on my car.
I can't use. My car has ridges, which will make the sticking very difficult. So it'll have a tendency to just peel right off anyway.
Yeah, stainless steel. You can adhere stuff to stainless steel. It's just
Yeah, again, it's brushed and stuff, so it's got texture. The texture will mess up the sticking process.
yeah, it can sometimes. Depends on the sticker, really. But even then, I wouldn't do it just because I like the paint on my car.
Yeah, I don't have paint to worry about.
No, you don't.
And I also have a nice flat hood, which would be perfect for sticking something on.
Oh, it would.
If it stuck very well, which it won't. Oh well, I could get a window sticker though.
Yep.
Anyway, right. Toy Wiz has listed the Wave 21 blind bags. Movie
Yes.
stuff. Again.
Sometimes I forget that the blind bags are still running. 21 waves of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
They're
wow.
cheap and easy to produce.
Yeah, just keep reusing the molds.
Mm-hmm. My blind bags are a big thing right now too, so in general.
Yeah.
Anyway, new MLP movie plushables have been listed on Amazon, including the sea ponies and the Twilight and this princess, sea pony princess, and all that jazz. I guess some stupid characters that no one should care about, but whatever. But yeah, they're the movie versions with the new artwork and whatnot on them.
Yep.
The movie style artwork. And Build-A-Bear just released a big Macintosh plushie online out of nowhere.
Yep, out of
It
nowhere.
was just boom, there it is.
Peter New was actually saying that
He'll
who
do
would
the
be
voice
interested in having him record some lines
You
for
do
it.
voices for the little voice box? Sure.
Yeah, he wants to do it.
I'm not sure if other people will. And we've seen before VAs are willing to do these things, but apparently it's just one of those weird things they don't like to do because of cost reasons.
Yeah, it's cheaper to get someone else to do it.
Cheaper to get an intern to do it. Because, yeah, I remember Tara Strong said she'd do voice work for the toys, and Hasbro won't hire her for that because she'd be more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that simple. Oh, well, so it probably won't happen. I don't know, though.
Maybe someone will just make custom voice boxes and have him do it.
He would record the lines for
He'd
them.
probably do it. It is Peter New. He's pretty awesome like that.
Anyway, Sea Pony plushies. Speaking of.
Yes.
I've been listed on Entertainment Earth. Yes, Sea Pony versions of some of the main 6.
Yep.
On
Might
Entertainment
actually get
Earth.
some.
And the mall wave of Equestria Girls mini singles have been listed on Entertainment Earth. That is the, what was it? There was the Pizza Dash, the headset Twilight. There was a Derpy, Rose Luck, Trixie, and Bon Bon. Priced at $46 for the whole wave, coming apparently according to them May, which may mean actually June.
Mall. Who actually goes to malls? All the malls I've been seeing keep kind of
Dying. Yep, that's happening. Which is part of what's killing Sears.
Yep.
Oh well.
Couldn't adapt to online.
And they were actually in the perfect position to do so too, but they blew it.
They blew it.
Anyway,
Goofed.
that's not why we're here. More details about the Fluttershy Pet Spa set have been found. Again, this is Equestria Girls Mini. This is the, this is another one of the set things. It's just a high resolution picture and a little description of it. Not much to go on, but it's there.
Better than nothing.
It comes with several pets, including Tank. Well, someone has to take care of him.
I get. Hey. Hey.
I almost got you to agree with me too.
She used to. We'll go with that one. She used to.
Anyway.
And who knows? It's Equestria Girls. Tank may not have been passed off yet.
Anyway, several of the upcoming Equestria Girls minis have also been listed on Amazon, including the Sunset Sushi truck.
The Sunset Sushi.
Gonna get it.
Of course you are.
Of course. And there's
Gotta
also
have your
the
waifu.
movie pack and the Juniper.
Yes.
All that stuff. So that's all listed. Not available for pre-order yet, but it's listed so soonish, hopefully. And Viz Media has announced the art of My Little Pony the movie for release in August.
Yep. Art book. Looks pretty cool. At least the cover does.
Yeah, as well. We don't have anything else
All
really.
we can know is all we see.
So it's August. We'll see that in a few months. We'll see what it's like, I guess. In comic news, IDW's July comic solicitations are out and they include Pony. So, Friendship is Magic, number 56, Wings over Yak-Yakistan, part 2 of 2. The dragon invasion of Yak-Yakistan continues, and Spike and Pinky must find an unusual way to make peace before it's too late. Oh no.
Unusual way to make peace.
Oh jeez.
Oh dear.
Legends of Magic, number 4. The legend of Flash Magnus is revealed as a courageous act is needed to overcome an out-of-control storm that threatens Griffinstone. Wow.
Alright.
And My Little Pony, the movie prequel, number 2. As My Little Pony, the movie nears, discover the new characters that will change the course of pony history in this series. In this issue, an eccentric group takes to the skies on the search for adventure and treasure.
Tells us absolutely nothing.
Well, he's doing about a group and going in the sky, I guess.
Which, the Pegasus do on a regular basis.
But it means it's not the main 6. There's only 3
It may
of
have
them
been that
fly.
one group we saw in that trailer.
Yeah, probably.
That was that group of Pegasi.
Could be.
That's my assumption right there. The one, the not Firefly.
And in Equestria Girls news, it appears that the first Equestria Girls special will be airing in Poland on May 14th. And the title also translates to Dance Magic, which, if you remember, that was a song on the Friendship Games soundtrack that was not actually in the movie Friendship Games.
Exactly. It was a good song.
Mm-hmm. And here's the other thing. I remember there's that screen cap leaked way back when, which showed the Shadow Bolts in one of the new specials. So I'm guessing this is the one where they appear, considering the lyrics of that song.
Yep.
So I guess Dance Magic was made a while ago. I'm wondering if this was something that was cut or a short that was made that was killed or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because that was made a while ago, so why is it just now popping up?
I don't know. Maybe it's different. Maybe they're not the same.
But it would not surprise me if the song is in that special somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, if it was a title like that.
Again, that's May 14th. So, less than a month away. Who knows when the English version will come out?
May 14th.
Yes, we'll be at a
We'll be at a convention
so
then.
we will not be talking about it because, well, for one thing, we won't be able to,
We won't have
understand
time.
that. We won't have time, and we won't be able to understand a word. And
Neither
it'll
of us
take a little
speak
bit of
Polish.
time to subtitle it, and I'd prefer to wait for the English version anyway. So who knows? It might be a couple weeks later. It might be immediately after. Who knows? We'll find out. It might just drop on Netflix without warning.
Yep. That's happened before.
Mm-hmm. So there's that. And apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently actual Quest Girls 5 itself has been confirmed somewhere.
Somewhere?
Yeah, I can find it anywhere, but some people are saying it's actually happening, like an actual another 5th movie on top of the specials, but probably won't be coming out till next year.
Interesting. So that's just a rumor on the wire.
And it's a rumor / apparently it's actually a thing, like saying like people who work on this stuff actually says no, it's coming.
Huh.
Whatever.
I'd have to see a confirmation before I believe it, but it's apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, Friendship is Magic news. Another Rarities Boutique short has been released, and yeah, it's just Rarity talking about fashion again.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting, but
Okay.
nothing, I guess, worth going crazy trying to watch or whatever. Anyway, Discovery Family Go has been launched, and it includes the first 2 episodes of Season 7 for free for a limited time.
Yeah.
Looks like each episode will be there on the service for free roughly a month. At least the
Something
first
like
2
that.
episodes are. We'll see how it plans out for this upcoming episode that just came out.
Yeah, because I don't think they put them out at the same time. I think a couple days after.
Yeah, they came out a couple days after they aired, but it's still just kind of available for free streaming, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, that's kind of neat if they're giving options.
Yeah, 'cause
More.
I know other stations are starting to do that thing of just you have a week or 2 to watch a new episode or something.
Yeah, that really
after it
helps.
comes out.
I mean, they're finally.
And if you want to go in the archives or something, you have to pay a subscription fee or something.
It's kind of a good option though, so we don't have to
Yeah.
go sit and wait for YouTube uploads that are technically illegal. Start realizing a lot of people can't get to standard TV, so give them other options.
Yeah.
And you'll see people actually use them.
Yeah. Oh, and finally, a promo for episode 4 is out, and it's written, and the episode is also written by Nick Confalone.
Oh, hey.
Mm-hmm. So that's the one with Maud.
Mod.
He
Yay.
comes back.
Yay.
We won't see that again until next week, though.
Yeah.
So that is the news. We are done with that.
The news.
Yes, like I said, lots of merchandise stuff this week. But we also have a comic. And like I said, it is a milestone issue because it is the final issue of Friends Forever. It is number 38.
It's done. It's over.
Yes, the final issue. The series is complete.
Yes.
And this issue is about Celestia and Luna.
Yay.
Yeah, Celestia, who still isn't, super well covered in the show, but we're getting there.
We're getting
Hopefully.
there.
Well, hopefully with premiere is a sign of more to come, but we'll never know. We'll find out later. Anyway, it turns out Celestia and Luna are fighting because it's apparently something happened to them, but they kind of get a little competitive because of lack of sleep and conflicting schedules thanks to the fact they're trying to shift us around so they could do something special together. So things kind of get crazy, and then it turns out they're going to the Sisterhood social, and then stuff kind of gets out of hand when they're there. As I always say, we're out of hoof. Always got to make the horse jokes.
Out of hoof.
Yes. And it's actually written and drawn by Andy Price, with colors by Heather Beckel. Yeah, he did both right. This is an issue he wrote. And I actually really like this.
Yeah, I think he did a good job.
Mm-hmm. This was an actually really nice send-off for the Friends Forever series. I do, again, Andy Price doing great artwork and throughout it. Its story itself is nice. It actually felt longer than I thought it would be. It's a standard size issue, and it felt long, but I didn't, it was not long, bad way, but long as in, it just kind of keeps going. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it was so surprising to be short. I mean, it felt, I think last issue was a little bit thicker. This one it felt thin. It's like, it's going to be a short one, and it wasn't.
Just kept going.
Didn't seem like it.
Yeah, this is actually a lot of fun. It's just kind of, seeing the sisters behave like sisters is always fun.
Yep.
And there's also some good bits like when Celestia is hypnotized. I will not tell you what it is, but it's funny. There's also this hilarious bit where Celestia is tied to Sweetie Belle, and just that is just for the six-legged race, and it's hilarious just because, well,
take one of the smallest ponies and tie it to one of the biggest. It's just
yeah, it's like yeah,
that whole scene was great.
Yeah, and there's also bits like, but what about their unfair advantage? Yeah, they actually have a solution. That's part of what goes wrong, is their solution to their unfair advantage to everyone else.
Yep. It was well written, and it flowed really well. I liked it.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was a nice little thing, and there's even a little send-off at the very end about the whole series, because, well, yeah.
It's over.
It's over. Also kind of turned what you expect on its head with the final panel, I'll say that. Because this fandom kind of expects one thing, and this guy's, nah, let's do it the other way. So yeah, I would recommend this one for sure.
Yes.
I'm a little sad Friends Forever is over now, but so far, Legends of Magic, as we've seen, is actually so far
it's a decent replacement.
So far, we'll see.
Well, it's Legends of Magic is probably going to have its down episodes, its down issues as well. I mean,
but Friends Forever overall, actually, I think was pretty consistent as a fun read. Actually, more consistent than the main series, if I'm going to be brutally honest.
Had a bit of a rocky start, though.
Yeah, but the main series overall has actually been really.
It's been more variant, I would say.
Yeah, this has actually been pretty consistent, except for that weird, not great first issue. That was a pretty bad first showing, but after that, it was solid.
It got better.
So, yeah, it's a great little issue. It's a lot of fun to read. There's a lot of good jokes in it. The artwork's, of course, good as always. And yeah, for $4, it's totally worth it. And especially if you've been collecting the whole Friends Forever line anyway. So,
all but one.
Got to get the whole thing. Got to collect them all.
Got to catch them all. All but one, actually. Very particular one I don't have.
Oh. That was it. That's a good issue. Bro, pick it up. And, well, we're moving on to the new episode that came out today. Or today for us, anyway. A Flurry of Emotions. So to summarize the episode real quick, Twilight has a bunch of stuff to do, including, well, she's going to go to a hospital to visit a bunch of sick foals, and she has to stop and get, like, a book and some candy and toys and stuff for them. And she's going to go to do this, and it turns out, here's Shining and Cadence with the baby, who they want to time away from the baby, so they dump her on Twilight real quick. And Twilight decides to go ahead, and, well, she's fine. She can totally spend time with her, no problem. And then what happens, well, throughout the day, as she's doing this stuff, well, Flurry kind of keeps getting in the way of Twilight getting stuff done. They wind up late, and Flurry kind of tears her things apart because she lost her favorite toy, and things go wrong. But then Twilight yells at her a bit, gets Flurry hard upset, and then lessons are learned, supposedly, and Shining and Cadence come back, and yeah, that's pretty much it. More or less. But of course, there's more detail now. We'll get to that because we're going to discuss it now. This was an odd episode in some ways. It's not bad. I actually enjoyed it mostly.
Yeah, I think that's one thing we'll have to clarify with.
Yeah.
Compared to the last two episodes.
Yeah, those were but
we're not just going. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, those were just weird. Those were weird, and I still after a week still think those are just weird.
It's still setting weird.
This one was actually a fun episode to watch for the most part. I think there's a couple things that were kind of annoying.
I think there's one particular.
I think there's stuff in there that's annoying because it just kind of again breaks stuff in the show. Show,
Flurry Heart ruins everything.
Yeah, and that's what this is. Local baby ruins everything. Part do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the thing. It's just that's a general problem. It's just Flurry Heart. Just the whole Alicorn Flurry Heart thing is just still.
She can teleport.
It's still not great. It's still not great, that whole thing. It's one of those, it's remnants of a problem that's been around for now a whole season. But other than that...
Yeah, bits of the problem have been around since the opening of the show. It just doesn't ever get better. Yeah. It just gets worse.
Yeah. But other than that, it's actually a fun episode.
It was. Even with those little problems, I did enjoy it.
Overall. There's a lot of funny little bits in here and there. These are two of the new writers who they're doing that other show too right now. I'm trying to remember what it's called now. But anyway, which way? They're two new writers. They are Whitney Weta and Sammy Crawley.
Yeah, no, what is it, Outsiders or something like that? I know they're writing that. They're doing writing on another show or something.
Loud House.
Loud House. Thank you.
That's what it was. Yeah, because I have a friend who talks about that show a lot. So anyway, there's a lot of good stuff in it. Like I enjoyed the okay, yeah, she wants to be a good aunt. That makes sense.
It does, especially if it's Twilight.
Like it's all good. Yeah, it's also the kind of the aunt or uncle spoils the kid because they don't have to deal with it. They don't have to deal with the kid in short bursts at a time. They don't have to deal with the kid all day, every day.
Same with grandparents.
Exactly. I'm going to overstimulate you.
I'm going to spoil you and give you back.
No, I'm going to, while you're here with me, I'm going to overstimulate the crap out of you and then give you back to your parents.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.
Yep.
There's a lot of interesting stuff. Just kind of there's one scene I actually kind of liked. It's a little minor thing with Pinky and Twilight talking. It's just kind of Twilight's rapid firing questions and Pinky keeps up.
Yep.
And that's one unique thing to their dynamic they don't really have with other characters. Pinky can keep up with Twilight, and that's the other thing is like Twilight can keep up with Pinky.
When she puts it,
when Pinky's not being completely out there,
yeah.
But if Pinky rapid fires questions like Twilight did, I'm pretty sure Twilight could actually keep up and stay
as
with
long
her.
as her questions are
they're relevant
fluid,
questions.
relevant. Pinky
or
tends
lucid.
To,
that's what lucid questions.
Yes, Pinky has a tendency to go to non-lucid questions where just Twilight would keep up and then wait.
If you believe some theory, she also goes non-Euclidean.
Non-Euclidean.
Euclidean, yeah. Trying to make a pun, it didn't work.
Non-Euclidean logic.
But yeah, I do appreciate that. It's just like, yeah, Twilight rapid fires these questions and Pinky just keeps up.
I also like the back reference to the cave.
The creepy cave with the
creepy cave with dossiers on everyone.
Pinky's creepy cave.
I'm not going to say what came to my head.
We'll talk about this later. But yeah, I just like that. That scene also kind of highlights a weird thing, which is the Cake Twins in Flurry Heart's designs are totally different, and it's kind of weird that they had this old design with the beady eyes and they updated to the new design with Flurry Heart and the normal eyes, and they never fixed the old babies. Why are they still babies? It's now how many years have passed? We know for a fact several years have passed. It's that weird thing where they're doing the sliding ages. The ages kind of stay static while everything else keeps moving forward.
How long did Ash stay 11 years old?
Exactly. That sort of thing. The Simpsons do the same sort of thing. It's just kind of, of course, the Simpsons actually automatically, they don't really have a super solid canon anyway, and they kind of just do this weird adjusting, sliding thing as the years go on, as they, stay on air too long. But that's irrelevant here. Yeah, this is kind of one of those odd little, It's like they actually just showed, hey, yeah, we never bothered to update the designs, even though they probably should.
Yeah, but then the people would complain that they like the old designs better. So
I prefer consistency, but
some people don't.
Yeah, because they changed
it's
the
one
design.
Of those you can never win.
Yeah, the season 5 they changed the design of babies randomly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because I guess they knew Flurry Heart was coming, so they needed a more expressive face, so they gave her normal eyes.
I specialize. My brand.
But
whoever wrote that commercial was a genius.
Yeah, it's interesting. We occasionally cut back to Cadence and Shining in the art gallery, because he has the guard in there. It was it Storm Shield? No, Shield. Some
I can't remember.
Spear or something.
Spearhead.
Spearhead. Yeah, Spearhead. That's what it was. Like Spike said, they all have similar names. But yeah, he's an artist and he makes some interesting things.
The whole scene, or at least when they started the scene in the art gallery, I was expecting a reference to Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, exactly.
I was expecting that.
I was expecting this staring at a picture and it just, I
was expecting it and it didn't happen.
I was kind of disappointed now. But that whole scene is kind of the thing was the art's reminding them of their kid, and it's like, you've only been away from him a few hours and you already miss her. And it's like,
yeah, it's kind of cliche though.
It's cliche, but
it's just a standard trope.
Because because they had no problem just dumping on Twilight out of the blue.
Well, yeah, that's the trope.
I know.
It's just overwhelming. We've got to get some time away, but as soon as you get time away, you go,
I know, but still, like, it's kind of rude, just kind of, oh, hey, by the way, because then that's the thing. If they come all the way out here, you kind of now feel obligated.
Yes, that's why she accepted it.
It's now an obligation. You can't just say, sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah.
Also, yes, Shining apparently can clean up very quickly. But, yeah, the other thing, they're mashed peas, her favorite.
Mashed peas, her favorite.
Yeah, twice. Exact same inflection and everything. I love that bit. Just he's gone.
He's broken.
You are seeing a broken stallion. Cadence is also a little out of it.
Yep.
But not quite as bad as Shining.
Mine has not yet been fully broken. There's still threads left.
Yes. What was also interesting is just kind of her seeing, like, well, Twilight's well known for her schedules.
Yes.
And Spike is the one actually having to keep it on schedule, or attempt to, because Twilight kind of gets involved with Flurry. And of course, when Spike actually reminds her of what's going on, she does actually kind of freak out a little bit. But then again, it's not, hey, look, it's not like those times in those fanfics I read where it's like she loses her mind because they're 30 seconds off.
She's a little upset over the
She's
4
upset,
minutes, but
she's not
she's
completely useless or anything. She's fine. She's like, okay, yeah, I can adjust. So that's interesting of itself. So,
well, that's just her character growth we've been seeing.
I know,
it's
but that's
nice
just like nice because it's nice to see that rather than in fanfics where, again,
where they just forget.
Flanderized.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Forget that the character has grown.
Mm-hmm. It's also the bit. It was also nice to see Charlie again. How long has it been since she's done anything?
I don't know.
It feels like it's been like 3 seasons since we really last saw Charlie.
Yeah.
Redheart. No,
really.
She was the last season, the cart episode.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. She was in that.
But you know who we haven't seen in a while? Redheart.
Yeah, Redheart. Who's
Nurse Redheart has been gone for a long time, and so we got to see her again, which is
Ashley
nice.
Ball.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got all the main 6 voice actors to do something in this episode, even though none of them appeared except for Twilight and Pinky.
Speaking, that was Pinky and Twilight. They kind of can sort of relate now on taking care of
someone else's kids.
Yeah, because they're
babies. Yeah.
One's a real aunt. One's kind of a pseudo aunt. Surrogate
girl
aunt.
who lives there. Tony who just lives there. I just live here. But
work.
What was the thing?
Yes,
I'm trying to think of. There was regarding the back to Charlie. I was thinking about this. All those books. It's just the space alicorns versus.
Oh yeah. What was this space alicorn?
I'm like, I want to read.
I want to read this. I'm fairly certain that's going to be a prompt for a fanfic.
Oh please.
It's probably going to be
actually
at
big
least
prompts for
one.
all the story titles.
Although we kind of sort of have bits and pieces of a couple of them.
I know, but the other ones.
But yes,
prompts for all the story titles. Why not? Also, what the heck was Charlie writing on that chalkboard? Because that looked, once again, a little
rather
advanced.
Complicated.
Yes, then again, we've seen those times where it's like they go from super advanced to rainbow plus whatever equals 2.
God.
Like last week.
Celestia, what are you teaching your students?
Non-Euclidean math. Maybe it actually does make sense in the universe.
In a universe of rainbows and magic, I guess, you can do a lot of things.
Eat rainbows and poop butterflies. But what was something we didn't bring up last week when I totally forgot to. The title did change, yes.
Oh, right.
They changed the opening
intro
a little bit, just basically changed the logo to the new purple.
Yeah, the silver-based logo with the purple backgrounds and stuff instead of pink.
We noticed. Yes, we noticed it last week.
We just forgot.
I even pointed it out. I even said, "Oh, hey," when we were watching it, and then forgot to say anything on the recording itself.
It happens.
But yeah, we did see that, and we did notice it's there. So, yeah,
we got something changed for the new season.
Changed. One minor thing: color palette swap.
Palette swap. The beta for them
whole town
fighting her
and change the color.
The beta for them fighting her is supposed to come out soon.
Yeah, they said something about early next month,
something like that.
Right, soon. But
it's semi-pony related.
The thing with this episode, I think one of the bigger issues, the moral didn't totally land well.
Right. Yeah. At the ending,
wasn't a cat.
I don't think it was intentional. Just looking how it was put. I think there was unintended implication.
Yeah.
Personally, at the end where Twilight blames herself.
Yeah, that's
kind of.
It doesn't.
How it was first introduced kind of sat wrong. It got better when they clarified things in the next scenes,
But still
giving it back. But
it wasn't.
Whose fault was all of that? Well,
Shining Cane is this, obviously.
Well, you can lay blame wherever you want, really.
I'm saying Shining Cane.
Flurry Heart for making a mess. Twilight for accepting when she honestly shouldn't have because she was busy.
Yeah.
The Shining and Canes for dumping Flurry
Without
with
warning.
no notice. But my biggest fear, I think, she yelled at Flurry because Flurry was terrorizing the hospital.
Yeah, she told her. She
Told her to stop. And
she
then
wasn't
said
even
that
that
she
scary. It was kind of knock it off.
Yeah, and then reeled it back and took the blame for it, which is like, hold up. That was a little bit.
You went a little too far backwards.
Yeah. You weren't wrong.
You weren't wrong,
discipline.
Twilight.
When the child does something wrong, you discipline. I mean, as long as you're not doing something horrible.
No corporal punishment, you jerk. No corporal. And she didn't do that.
No.
She yelled at her because she's lifting beds and stuff, which is, again, that's the whole thing. Hey, Alicorn Flurry, the Alicorn baby thing I still think was a bad idea.
Yeah. My biggest worry is that it gives an unfortunate implication that you shouldn't ever tell your children or children you're watching that they're doing something wrong. It's like, no, if they're doing something wrong, you need to stop that.
Yeah,
you need to let
actively
them know.
putting these kids in danger because, like that one kid, she fell off the bed and she was lucky she landed on a pillow.
Yeah. And that's, I think, my biggest and only major issue. I mean, there's the little minor ones here and there, but this is the only major issue.
And there's also the line, I think for me, there's also the line about quality versus quantity.
Yeah, I think it was just a misdelivery. I think I know what they're going for.
Yeah, but it's because it's like, well, Twilight did spend time with Flurry Heart in little bits here and there throughout the day and helped her and, had fun with her. But Twilight, the thing is, that's the thing is like, even someone like a parent, well, they'll still have to do stuff. And yes, they're going to have to work around the kid. But
yeah, and I know she
actually did, honestly, all things considered, Twilight did a decent job of working
for the situation. Yeah, she did
a decent job of working around the fact that she had to also deal with a small child.
Yeah,
she worked around that pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to take care of a small child, it's sometimes you do have to do things, and you're going to have to not be able to just 100% focus everything. You're gonna still have to take care of other things. You have a life to live, especially
so honestly, I think Twilight actually be a good mom based on this.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, you can give a little bit of leeway here because Twilight's her aunt, and if they gave Twilight notice, she could have cleared her schedule and not had any of that
or
to
said
worry
no.
about.
Or said no, I'm sorry, I can't. This is really important.
But yeah, it's just my fear is it gives the unfortunate implication that one of the big ones, you shouldn't discipline your children, which is like, no, that's a horrible thing to say. and yeah, it's just I think that was just a misdelivery or
misfire.
Yeah. And it's obvious, especially when you see this later scenes when they talk about it was my fault for accepting this. I shouldn't have accepted this when I was already busy. I think that's more what they were going for, and I can see it. It was just an unintention.
Well, then again, it's again that thing of
sometimes misintentions.
But that's the thing is just kind of the Twilight would be this pressured into doing it because her brother and sister-in-law showed up out of nowhere and just kind of
what do you do in that circumstance?
Like, they came from the Crystal Empire all the way out here, so it's like there's now an obligation. It's one of those society, and I'm guessing the question society kind of would raise you to not say no in that situation.
Yeah, standard. It's rude to say no to that.
Yeah, that's exactly. Of course, it's rude in the first place too.
Yes, but
at the same time, that's the thing is society is you don't really call out rudeness by saying no. You just kind of have to.
You can't be rude to someone who's being rude, except in some circumstances. Yeah. It's weird, and this is one of those circumstances where you can't say no.
I would suspect society has conditioned.
Society
has conditioned Twilight to accept, and it's just okay. I'll do it in this, even though Spike was like, "Hey, yeah, we can't really." But yeah, Spike's a kid, so he's more.
Also, he's. Again, Spike, I think, was written really well this episode. Mm-hmm. This is where I like seeing Spike. This is the way I like seeing Spike used. Character. Is this and how he treats things? Just this, great. No, I have to take care of this.
Spike, of course, Spike also screwed up. Hey, watch the kid. Okay, I'm gonna bury my head in a toy box for the next few minutes.
was trying to solve a problem.
I know, but it's one of those
problem.
That's one of those things where even I learned, like, you kind of do that sort of thing where you kind of keep looking over and see what the kid is doing while you're doing it.
That's not something Spike has a huge amount of experience in either.
Yeah.
How often do they have to take care of small foals?
The way he knew the thing was the whole episode he knew he was gonna be. Flurry Heart was gonna be a problem. He knew this, and so it's like you'd think he'd at least.
Sometimes you let him slip.
After a couple seconds, like, okay, back to what I was doing.
Sometimes you get involved with things. It happens.
I know.
The things slip your mind, even the best. I mean, look at Twilight.
There's also
lots of mind.
Flurry Heart's little snail. I don't remember the name of it, but
yeah, I forgot the name of it. It was Flurry came up with a name. So
or something.
I don't know. I can't remember. Where did it go? It disappeared.
It went on that cart, and they found it obviously later, but. It was that. That was a thing. It's just, again, that whole Alicorn Flurry Heart thing. It's just, it made some of this stuff possible, but at the same time, it just feels like. I guess some of the scenes wouldn't have been possible if Flurry Heart was not an Alicorn, but at the same time, it's easily replaced with a different kind of scene.
Yeah, it just screws up what is magic and how does magic work.
Yeah, it's just like, Flurry Heart's super powerful or something. I don't know. And it's like. This is Flurry Heart who's restrained.
Yes, at least
that's
we weren't
what scares
seeing
me.
Other things.
But then again, we also see Twilight can easily fight back if she pays attention.
Actually tries.
But there was also the what was it? Going back to Pinky real quick. I almost forgot the stamps and
geez,
stamps for Twilight.
Have one that says I'm sorry. I have a stamp for that.
Yeah, because you're getting apologies because Flurry Heart erased whatever it was on Charity's chalkboard.
Yep.
And drew Twilight and Flurry Heart, which again. She's a baby, right?
Yeah, she seems awfully intelligent for someone that young.
This is also another one of those things that's like, ugh, because
noticing the baby cakes were fighting and trying to get
pulled a Ron Swanson.
Oh, jeez.
Broke it in half, gave him each part of it. Of course, instead of crying, they just said, "You're the enemy now."
Yeah,
but beyond that, the thing was. I remember the Journal of Two Sisters implied alicorns take a long time to mature in age. Of course, that already is kind of out the window with Flurry Heart anyway. But this is like, okay, apparently they might actually mature in age faster? I mean, it was kind of cute when, she tried to wink back at Twilight and couldn't do it, but...
Yeah. I think that's a lot of this is just, it shows Flurry's like hyper intelligent and hyper matured, even though she shouldn't be. I think it's just for the purposes
training.
I think it's just for the purposes of the scenes, and
I know. I mean, you always got
like,
that stuff with it's a smart baby who knows what's going on, but sometimes, but then they go back to being an actual baby.
Yeah,
it's like her trying to point out to Spike what's going on, like gesturing, like So I don't know. It's like I said, it's an overall pretty fun episode. There's a lot of little fun bits. Twilight and Spike were both on fire in this one, I think.
Yeah.
They both did it. They were both really well done. Shining and Cadence in their stupor decided to be awful people in their sleepless stupor.
It happens.
It's one of it's like I've seen as an old comic. It's just two people like talk about how they hated when people bring their babies to the theater, and you know what? They don't care anymore. They brought their own baby to the theater because I don't care anymore.
It's just I want to see this movie.
I don't care.
It's just
I stopped caring 3 days ago. But yeah, it's weird how parents of newborns can be some of the most awful people on earth because they stopped caring about anything else.
It's just they're done.
So basically, I'm saying Shane and Cadence have the ultimate blame for everything.
We actually still blame Flurry.
Yeah, Flurry Heart ruins everything once again. Yeah, it was fun for the most part. It's got problems. The moral didn't hit.
I think there was just a misfire.
Flurry Heart is just, that's not the problem with the episode itself. It's just a general problem right now. It's just, they shouldn't have done that, but it's kind of too late to change it unless they just decide one day her wings fall off or something.
Like people wanted to happen to Twilight or something.
Just or the horn just comes off and like, is that supposed to happen? Uh-oh. But yeah, it's fun. It was a fun episode, but yeah, it's also got problems, but
one
not
major,
enough to ruin it.
But not enough to really detract. Yeah,
it's one big problem, a couple smaller problems, and nothing to really outright make it unenjoyable.
Yeah, I still enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than the other
new
two.
writers. With what they worked, overall they did a pretty good job. They just need to kind of work on how they relay the morals if they're going to do those episodes.
Yeah.
So that was that.
For a first episode, I think they did a pretty bang-up job.
Yeah. But that's it for this episode.
I'm not going to ramble on it anymore.
That's it for that. So we do have, though, some fan content, starting, of course, with music.
Yes, to make up for the fact that we didn't have any last week, because we were going too long then. So, yep, I got music. I got 3 songs to feature. First one I have is Love is in Bloom, remixed by Protocat. Yeah, this is a super chill and it's mellow remix of a classic song. Although calling a season 2 song a classic is like calling the original Xbox a classic console. It's true, I just don't want to say it. Makes me feel old.
Season 2 premiered in 2011. This song showed up in early 2012.
Yes.
This song is 5 years old.
Oh god, I feel like an old geezer. Anyway, yeah, it's really fluid, and I really like how they did the vocal chops in this one. So yeah, go give it a listen.
Yeah, it's a very interesting remix of the bass song because it doesn't sound almost nothing like the main song or bass song.
They sourced it for the vocal clips.
Yeah, so I also like the sound of the main melody's instrument as well with this one.
It's a nice chill D&B though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just one of those remixes which sounds almost nothing like the original.
Yep, but it still works.
Yeah.
The next one is TCB's Diamond and Stones. This is actually 2 parts of one song, so there's 2 files, but it's one song, so I'm going to call it one song. I know it's not cheating. Anyway, I really like the use of vocal chops in the feel of this song. It's just, I'm not certain how to describe it, but it's fun, it's cool. Mm-hmm. I like, it's got like this driving sort of a beat to it with the vocal chops and everything. I do like when it switches into that second part, it mellows down and moves into this nice, calmer piano piece. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, and the first part of it, there's this sound of it, and the main melody thing is kind of like the sound is hard to describe, but it's like a lo-fi digital organ.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
It's like I think they call those. It's a synth pad.
Yeah, but that's what it kind of sounds like.
I think.
Eventually, it sounds cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
And yeah, it's also the kind of general tone of it is kind of this weird, like the song is like kind of this weird, particularly the first half is kind of this weird build up thing, just kind of building up to something. I don't know what, but something. I guess diamonds.
I guess, but yeah, I did like how they used the vocal chops as an instrument and not as like lyrics.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting too.
That's always cool to hear. Anyway, the last one I have is Best Friends Until the End of Time, remixed by Join the Herd. Join the Herd is back with the new season, making remixes almost immediately as they come out. This one was like a day after. Wasn't the first. Was not the first. I think Inkling Bear got the first one.
He's slacking all right.
Oh no.
Kidding.
Still, he did a really good job. It's standard what he does with the new remixes. His standard style of music is upbeat, and it's just fun to listen to.
Yeah, I like the original song of this, so this is also a nice remix of it, and it maintains the general feeling of the original and still doing something interesting with it. And this is the way the song sounds. I can almost imagine it playing over the end credits of the movie. The way this sounds.
Yeah. He likes to do basically take the original and amplify, just make it bigger.
Bass boost, no.
No, you will never see me feature a Nightcore. That's just no.
Oh, God. But, that's what it just makes you think of. It's just kind of the end credit. This song, this could be easily a song that plays at the end credits of the movie for this franchise.
Yeah. But those are 3 I got, so go listen to them.
Right, the 4 you got.
It's only 3.
But yeah, that's the music. Fan fiction, no updates, oddly enough. Nothing updated again.
It's nothing that we've featured before updated.
Yeah, nothing updated.
Nothing ever.
But I do have a featured fanfic, and this one is called Sunset Shimmer and Discord Go Back to the Future by Ouroboros. And here's the thing. This is this fanfic I had to feature because it's got Sunset Shimmer, it's an homage to Back to the Future, and it's written by Ouroboros. I mean, that's like
you hit all.
How
3.
could I not feature it?
I saw the.
It's basically Discord just shows up. Sunset's kind of a little worried about meeting Twilight's parents, Sci-Twi's parents, and Discord just shows up. Hey, you want to hang out? Okay, and they go back in time and meet Twilight's parents. That's pretty much the gist of it. And if you watch Back to the Future, you kind of imagine where things go from there. It was a lot of fun, to be honest. It's a 9,000-ish words fic, and it's just kind of fun.
I saw the cover art for this posted up onto Derpy Bureau.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fic. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. And then,
sure
I
enough.
linked it to you.
And then you sent it to me. It's like, oh boy. Yep.
I mean, why wouldn't I? I mean, come on. This is like for me.
Yeah.
The only way it could have been better is about blatant sunlight, when it kind of is, just not what you'd expect. Kind of expect.
I think it's more friendshipping. There's not enough to take it more than that.
Well, like I said, there is technically sunlight. There is. It's just not the kind you expect from Ouroboros.
Right. Right.
Also, I did like the little thing at the end. Is like, I need more now. But I'm almost certain I'm not going to get more.
Probably not. I think it's just a one shot.
Yeah, it's just like the end of Back to the Future, where it's like they weren't intending to go further. Then that was just a joke, and then they went further with it. So, yeah, it's a lot of, like I said, it's a one shot. It's a lot of fun. It's very silly. I think it's interesting how they Ouroboros played off the dynamic, made a dynamic for Sunset and Discord. Because they've never interacted, so we have no idea how the two of them would work out.
It's just very subtle Rick and Morty references too.
Yeah,
although
Rick and Morty in of itself is kind of
is sort of a Back to the Future reference too.
Because it was started off as a little short cartoon called Doc and Marty. But the other thing is also they go back to the 80s, so it's kind of a kind of love letter thing to the 80s, sort of. Although it has no qualms about poking at the 80s various more interesting aspects.
Idiosyncrasies.
Yes, those things. So it was a lot of fun. I highly recommend reading it.
It was a lot of fun. It was short and it was silly, so don't expect any serious adherence to things.
It's not like Fractured Sunlight.
No.
Which was much.
It's a quick, short, funny one shot.
So this technically means Ouroboros has been featured twice in a row, I believe. Yes, twice in a row because
you stopped that.
That was a weird thing because Ouroboros only wrote 2 chapters of that last one.
That last one was a little weird.
That one was interesting just because that was part of the feature because it's something different, but also something familiar. But yes, that was it. That is the fan content section, which means we are now done. Done.
Stick a fork in us.
Yes.
Actually, don't. That would hurt.
Oh, no, don't do that. But yes, if you enjoyed what you heard and you want to listen to past and future episodes as well, you can do so by going to pony411.libsyn.com. That's again spelled Libsyn. And you could also find us via iTunes. Go there and search for Pony411 and rate, subscribe, review, all that stuff. You can also do so via Google Play. Search for Pony411. Find us there and subscribe. And there's also youtube.com/Pony411. You could like, comment, and subscribe there if you want. That is another many ways to subscribe. There's also Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or the iOS or Android apps. You can search for Pony411 on that. And there's Ponyville Live. You can find us there. The episodes will show up when we release. And there's, of course, Ponyville FM every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Pretty sure that's everything.
Yep.
Yes.
You can also probably just search for us on Google and find places we haven't even known about.
There's so many ways to find us now. I sometimes forget.
I have to keep a list.
Yes. If you want to contact us, though, you could do so via pony411podcast@gmail.com. Comments, criticisms, questions, whatever. Tell us what you thought of this episode if you want. Tell us why we were wrong about the moral, or why it's okay, Flurry Hearts and Alicorn, even though you're wrong for sure on that one.
Jeez.
Or whatever. There's also, of course, facebook.com/pony411. Like us there and see new episodes that show up. And you can also ask us questions via there. Someone did so from one of our product reviews. They wanted to know how to get it, and we tried to help them out as best possible. And there's also, of course, Twitter. We're @Pony411. This is our usual way of saying silly jokes and whatever.
Whatever.
Or retweeting our thoughts on the episode in short form. Or just saying, hey, look, there's new toys.
New toys. Buy our toys!
Yes. So there's that. Or you could go to our personal tours. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. He's at Alca7raz with an underscore at the end and 77T. I don't think I've tweeted the whole one last week. Things have gone weird.
Don't light your underwear on fire.
Right. That. Don't do that. Especially if you're drunk in a bathroom.
Don't
do it.
Yeah.
Just don't. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Tune in next week. We will be talking about the episode 4 of season 7, which is Rock Solid Friendship. Again, Mod Pie returns.
Mod. Yay.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Can't you tell?
Yes, I can. You can see it in your eyes. But that is what we're doing next week. Join us. And of course, until then though, and as always, please pony responsibly.
See ya.
Goodbye.